Ethan walked through his restaurant one last time. Earlier that day, he'd paid off all his employees. The only thing he had left was a small stock of food. He planned to come back in a few days, collect everything, and drop it off at a local shelter. He'd owned this place for just 5 years. At first, the business thrived. Great reviews, steady profit, loyal customers. But then, a massive fast food chain opened right next door. People rushed there immediately. Cheap, quick, greasy food pulled him in far more than Ethan's unique dishes. He kept telling himself people would get tired of fast food. There had to be real food lovers out there, right? Turned out, the food lovers didn't disappear. They'd simply stopped coming to him. His head chef had been preparing to move to another restaurant and, from the looks of it, stopped caring about the quality long before he left. Ethan blamed himself. He hadn't personally tasted every dish before approving it for the menu in almost 2 years. When he finally did taste the food, he immediately understood why customers stopped coming. He fired the chef on the spot. He tried cooking himself. He was good, very good, but not good enough to keep a full restaurant running. Eventually, he had to make a choice: close the place or sell it. He chose to sell. He already had a loan he'd taken out right after that fast food chain opened. If he didn't sell the restaurant soon, he simply wouldn't be able to pay it off. The place looked bleak, dusty, abandoned. He knew he'd have to hire someone to clean everything before showing it to any potential buyer. He stepped out onto the back patio, a place where his waitresses used to hang out on breaks, laughing and chatting. Now it was silent. Then he noticed movement behind the bushes. Ethan walked closer. "Hey, are you okay?" A woman stood there, frightened. Beside her, a little girl, maybe 5 years old. "I'm sorry," the woman said quietly. "We didn't know the restaurant was closed. The girls used to bring us leftovers, sometimes. I didn't mean to bother you. We'll go." She gently took her daughter's hand and turned to leave, but Ethan stopped her. "Wait. You don't have anywhere to stay, do you?" She hesitated, then nodded. "Not right now, but it's temporary. I'll figure something out." She didn't look like someone who lived on the street. Clearly something had happened, something painful, but Ethan saw the exhaustion in her eyes and didn't want to push her with questions. "Which of the girls helped you?" he asked. "Please, don't punish them." It was Molly, Jen, and Sarah. Those were indeed his waitresses. So she wasn't lying. "Are you good at cleaning and organizing?" he asked. She blinked, surprised. I think every woman knows how to do that." "Come with me," he said. "I want to show you something." They walked inside. He spread his arms, showing the empty restaurant. "Look at this place. It's sad and lifeless. You could stay here. There's enough food for weeks. And in return, you help clean up and bring the place back to order." Her eyes widened. We can stay here? Cook? Sleep?" "Yes," he nodded. "Here's the key to the back door. You can sleep on the couch in my office. There are pillows and blankets in the cabinet." For the first time, the woman smiled. "I promise this place will shine." Ethan showed her where everything was: the food, the storage rooms, the office. And as he was about to leave, he finally asked, "Forgive me for asking, but you don't look like someone who ended up on the street. What happened?" Her name was Valerie. She sighed, voice trembling. "My husband brought another woman into our home, and for their picture-perfect family, the only thing they were missing was a child, a ready-made child. Our daughter. He never cared about her. All he ever wanted was status. A beautiful-looking family. And right now, I don't have the means to fight for little Rachel." She held her daughter closer, tears gathering in her eyes. "That's why we're moving from place to place," Valerie said quietly. Ethan shook his head. Another story like this. Not the first, not the last. He always wanted to ask, "Where were you looking when you married that guy?" She seemed to read his thoughts. "I know what you're thinking. she said softly. But my husband, he wasn't always like this. Or maybe I just didn't see it. She looked down. We met when I was 20. I just got my first government-assisted apartment. We sold it to buy a big house together. He added money too, of course, but now he has a place to live. And I don't. Ethan touched the handle of the door, ready to leave. Well, I won't bother you anymore. In the drawer of my office desk, there's my business card. My number is on it. Call me if you need anything. Valerie gently took his hand. Can I ask you, why did the restaurant close? It used to be so busy. Such a good place. He exhaled with a tired smile. Things happen. People think only women get betrayed. But friends betray you. Employees betray you too. I think 2 weeks will be enough to find a buyer. He stepped outside. Valerie and little Rachel looked exhausted. He didn't want to interrupt their rest. But something tugged at him, as if Valerie was his kind of person, familiar, someone he could trust instantly. 3 days later, Ethan returned for his first check-in. All the tables were pushed to one side of the room. Chairs were wiped down. Floors looked almost new. Wow, you're doing a real deep clean in here, Ethan said. Valerie smiled. She looked much better now. Healthier, more alive. And you even cooked lunch, he raised an eyebrow. She blushed a little. You had so many good products here. I couldn't let them go to waste. Ethan watched little Rachel help her mom set the table, sticking her tongue out in concentration. He couldn't help but smile. And the lunch? He had never eaten anything this good in his own restaurant. He stared at the plate in disbelief. Where'd you learn to cook like this? Valerie laughed. Oh, I learned a bit here and there. Honestly, if I could cook 24 hours a day, I would. I just love turning simple ingredients into something special. Ethan sighed. Why didn't I meet you earlier? We could have saved this place together. Valerie looked at him closely. Is it really too late to save it now? He hesitated. I can't take that risk. If things don't work out, I'll be drowning in debt with no way to pay it back. Valerie lowered her eyes. That's a shame. I always loved your restaurant. My husband and I came here a couple of times, back when we first got married. Valerie suddenly turned away and wiped her eyes. I'll finish cleaning everything here on time. Don't worry, she said. Just let me know in advance before you come. Ethan visited one more time, but didn't go inside. His heart sank every time he thought about losing the restaurant. On the day of the sale, he arrived with a few people. The buyer, a local bank owner, insisted on inspecting everything first. Ethan hoped to get a fair price. The buyer refused his number. They agreed to look inside and decide afterward. Inside, the restaurant was spotless. Fresh flowers were arranged on the side tables. A warm aroma floated through the hall. The bank owner sniffed the air and raised his eyebrows. Are you sure your restaurant is closed? This smells better than half the places that are actually open. Ethan smiled nervously. Well, today, we cooked something special for you. Please have a seat. He rushed to the kitchen. Little Rachel was drawing in his office. The door opened. Cartoons playing quietly on the TV. He found Valerie in the kitchen. She looked pale. What happened, Valerie? She swallowed hard. One of your guests, that's my husband. The one trying to take my daughter away. The one who kicked us out with nothing. Ethan frowned. Which one? The guy in the navy blue suit. Ethan blinked. That one? He's the buyer. And I have no idea how he has money for a restaurant, she whispered. He definitely didn't earn it. He must be taking a loan. Leave it. I'll handle everything, Ethan said. 15 minutes later, everyone sat at the table, fully absorbed in their meal. Someone finally broke the silence. Good Lord, this is incredible. I didn't even notice I finished the plate. The bank owner nodded. I agree. If you buy this place, make sure the person who cooked this stays with you. Everyone looked at Valerie. Ethan's heart froze. His mind raced. She's the chef, he said quietly. The bank owner lifted his brows. May I meet your cook? Clearly a professional. Valerie stepped into the hall. She decided to spare Ethan and help. Hello. The buyer jumped to his feet. Valerie, what the hell are you doing here? I'm cooking here, she said calmly. And don't yell, please. Oh, look at that, you found your voice again, the man snarled. Maybe I found it when you took my apartment, she replied, or when you brought your mistress home and threw me and our daughter out. Shut up, he hissed. The bank owner looked from him to Ethan, confused. Ethan nodded slowly. It's true. All of it. If you want, I'll explain everything later. The bank owner straightened his suit. I'm sorry, but I don't do business with people like this. The loan is off. Ethan couldn't help but smile. He wanted to punch that man, but stayed calm. You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm not selling. With a chef like her, we'll get this place back on its feet. The buyer shot up from his chair. You'll regret this. And you, he pointed at Valerie, you especially, I'll take your daughter. You have no home and no money. Ethan stood up too. That's where you're wrong. Valerie is marrying me, and Rachel will be my daughter from now on. So get out, before I break your nose. The man stormed out. Valerie trembled, quietly crying. The bank owner turned to Ethan. Mr. Carter, I'm willing to offer you a loan on very generous terms. Just promise there'll always be a table for me here. 3 months later, the restaurant looked almost the same in the dining room, clean, polished, cozy. But the kitchen, completely remodeled. Ethan called all his former waitresses. Some already had new jobs, but they all came back. Tomorrow was a grand reopening. The kitchen was buzzing. Ethan tried checking on the progress several times, but Valerie kept pushing him out. He finally sat in the middle of the empty hall, looking around. Everything was perfect, spotless, alive again, and all thanks to Valerie. She could sense a speck of dust from a mile away. Little Rachel plopped into the chair next to him. They won't let you in either? He asked. Nope, she said with a dramatic sigh. They don't let me in too. Ethan laughed. Not even you? Nope, but I don't mind. Mom gets so focused when she cooks, she doesn't notice anything around her. Rachel was clearly repeating adult phrases she barely understood, but it made Ethan smile even wider. Valerie and Rachel had been living with him since the day Valerie's ex had shown up. Ethan helped her get a lawyer, handle the property division, and push through every obstacle. Valerie didn't know yet, but today she was officially free. The court ordered her ex-husband to pay her the full value of her old apartment. Rachel, Ethan said, how about some ice cream? Mom says sweets at night are bad, but okay, just as long as she doesn't see. An hour later, Valerie walked into the hall and froze. Ethan and Rachel were happily eating ice cream, and the table was full of empty cups. What are you two doing? You ate that much. Rachel shot Ethan a guilty look. They both burst out laughing. Valerie shook her head, grabbed her purse, and chased him outside. She caught up with him near the waterfront, out of breath, but smiling. Ethan stopped suddenly. Valerie, today you are finally divorced, he said softly. You're free. She swallowed. And now are you still against marriage? He asked gently. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Well, think about it. He turned her toward him and kissed her deeply. Just don't think too long, he whispered. I already bought the ring.